Hello, I'm Colleen Bierstein, the Smart Cookie Cook, and today I have an essential tip to share with you. You see, the other day I was talking to my sister, we were texting back and forth, and she admitted to me that she's actually really scared of making roux. And I couldn't believe it because I've made a roux so many times or so many different recipes, and to me it just seems like second nature. But then I remembered the first time I ever made my own mac and cheese and used roux, and I was a little nervous. Well, I'm here to clear the air. Roux are not complicated, they're not difficult, and I'm going to show you just how easy they are today. So what is a roux? Well, a roux is typically equal parts butter and flour, and it's used as a base for sauces and soups as a thickening agent. So for macaroni and cheese sauces, for say a cheesy potato soup, you build a roux and it makes that sauce thick and creamy. So all you do to build a roux is you melt the butter in the pan, whisk in the flour, make sure there's no lumps, then you whisk in the milk or whatever liquid you're using, cover it, let it simmer for about 10 minutes, and like magic, the roux thickens up. And I'm going to show you right now. What we're going to make is a simple, basic bechamel sauce, and that's just a plain, creamy, white sauce, sometimes seasoned with garlic. No cheese, it's just simple and it's delicious. All you're going to need is some salt, some heavy cream, or you can use milk, garlic, butter, flour, and some pepper for seasoning. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with our butter. As I said, we have equal parts butter and flour. 3 tablespoons of butter, and I'll have 3 tablespoons of flour. We're going to have a small saucepan heated over medium heat. I'm going to add the butter to that, let it melt before you do anything else. Okay, my butter is good and melted, smelling nice and delicious. Now, if you're just making a really basic sauce, you can go straight to adding the flour, but if you're using either garlic or onions, you want to put that in first so it can saute and cook out some of that bitterness first. So, I have 4 fresh cloves of garlic going into my bechamel sauce right now. I'm going to let that saute just until it's translucent and aromatic. That just means we could smell it good. And that'll be about 2 minutes of sauteing. Okay, this is smelling good and garlicky. That's how we know we're ready to proceed. So I have my 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I'm going to whisk it in. This is a key thing. Make sure you're whisking and you keep it moving. 1, so you can keep it free of lumps, and 2, so it does not burn. So we're just going to keep whisking and let that flour taste cook out. Give it about a minute or so. Okay, so now that I've let the flour cook for a couple minutes, I'm going to whisk in my heavy cream. Again, we're going to keep whisking so there's no lumps. The reason why I'm using cream instead of milk is because this bechamel sauce is going to be extra rich and extra thick. So I got 2 cups of cream going in. Just do it slowly, keep whisking. Now what I'm going to do, stick a lid on top of it. I'm going to let it simmer, not boil, just simmer for 10 minutes. And we're going to see this thicken right up. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Let me show you the magic that has taken place. See how much this has thickened up? It's all because of that roux we built. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of seasoning so that our bechamel isn't boring. A little bit of good salt, a little bit of pepper. And get this off the heat. And now we have this creamy basic sauce that we can do all kinds of things with. You can put this on my roasted asparagus with bechamel sauce. That's a recipe you can get right on my site right now. You can use this in lasagna. You can use this in pasta bakes. You can put it over plain chicken. Bechamel sauce is extremely versatile and it's delicious. I'll prove it. I'm going to take a little taste test. It's creamy, rich, a little bit buttery, and that rich and creamy texture. We got all of that because of that simple roux we built. It's just 3 tablespoons of flour and 3 tablespoons of butter. That's going to yield you thick and delicious results. As you saw, it's super easy to make. There's nothing to be afraid of. Don't be afraid of the roux. The roux is your friend. So now that you know how to build a roux, you have tons of possibilities open to you. And if you're in need of some inspiration, just ask yourself this: what would the Smart Cookie cook? Hey, fly, get out of here. Not welcome.